I've opened a project called School Project Cluster Begin, and if you look at it, there are two design options in it. Cluster 1 and Cluster 2. Cluster 1 is the objects arranged, the same ones we used before, but the options are really on one level layout. I've kept everything the same size, the length of the corridors, so the only thing has been varied is the fact that I'm putting activities closer together. There's more shared walls. The option 2, cluster 2, is partially complete, and I just wanted to show some new choices in here. The choices that I want to show are that I can pick on a existing mass object and right click and say create similar, and then on the menu itself I can say place on face, so that if you watch the way the family behaves, it'll orient itself to the face that it's being placed on based on where the cursor is. So if I were wanting to place it on top of another classroom, I can move to the top of the classroom. I'm going to type in SE for snap end and then place it on the top of the existing classroom. I'll do the same on the adjacent classroom surface and just snap that into place there. Now there's nothing actually to stop me. Oops, I didn't. I'll do it as I intended here. So on the face, SE, and click to place the classroom. Then I'm hitting the escape key to get out. The other way I could do this is if I've got my classrooms and I'm saying create similar, place 1, place 2. By default they're on a work plane. And then using the technique that I used before, the align command will actually let me move things around in 3D as well. So if I go to modify, align, and I'm going to pick on the top surface and then the bottom surface of this. Then I'm going to pick on the end face and end face. Oops, I think I missed it. Let's do it again. Oops, helps if I choose the right command. Align and align. Maybe it's the icon that's getting in the way. So that face, and it must be that they are. Nope, it's not that they're aligned. There we go. Oh, I forgot to move it up. Control Z. I can use the tab key to find the bottom. I should have picked where I'm going to, what I'm moving, face I'm going to, what I'm moving, face that I'm moving to, what I'm moving. Okay, and the last part here would be, I want to do the same thing for the corridor space, so I'm going to right click and say create similar. That'll give me a corridor space of the same size. I'm just dropping it. And then what I'm going to do is say align to the top of this, the bottom of that, so that the correct height, the face on the inside, and the face at the end. Let me zoom in a little bit. Face on the end and face on the end. So they're all now in the right position. Now the thing is, at the moment, if I select those objects, when it comes to getting ready to do the energy analysis, I need to pass a mass floor through the object, right? So, for example, if I pick on this level 1, I'm using just that one object, and I go to analyze and energy settings, and the create energy model option is switched on. Then I expect to see the surfaces generated by those settings. The reason I'm not seeing them on the other spaces around here is that I haven't put a floor that runs through those mass objects. So if I select them, I could say level 1, or the ground level, runs through all of those, and I'll see my surfaces. And when it comes to the other ones, what I'm doing is just using the same technique, control and click to select them, and then mass floor, and this would be level 2 is running through there. And I could have actually, I should have done the corridor at the same time, but it doesn't matter. Pick the corridor, mass floor is level 2. And then on the top here, my 2 classrooms, control key to select, you see the small plus sign that's at the end of the cursor. And then that mass floor is level 3. And you've seen already how to generate the energy analysis, but I'll just start it off, is that I say analyze mass model. It puts it in a project of the name of the drawing that you're in, but it asks you to create the report name, and the report name for this I might say is something like stacked, right? So I've generated reports that have all these options in it, but that's the technique. So the thing to watch out for was having the floors assigned for masses that are on different levels.